3/4. The chevrons on the sleeves and the hoops on the cap for owners not one but two. Charlie Todd on board for Ian Williams on number 5, Galway Real. Moving by the stands now, number 10, Hit the Kettle, for owner trainer Michael Gates, a point-to-point winner in the past. James Turner on board in the green and white Diablo. Henry Box Brown in the gold silks. The white chevron for Old Gold Racing, the white cap as well. First time cheap pieces, Alice Collier for Evan Williams. Horses won here previously over the 2.5 miles. Number 4 is Butcher's Bill for owner Kathy Day. For trainer Anthony Day, this horse having first run for the trainer, formerly trained in Ireland by Gordon Elliott. Harriet Tucker's on board, the white with the blue stars, those chevrons on the sleeves. Number 3 was George Darling. That was the light blue, the white hoop, the white sleeves and spots on the cap for owners Mr. Loads and trainer Tom Ellis. Jack Andrews on board. George Darling, who today is on rules chasing debut. Number 8 was Bebside Banter. 3 times a previous chase winner over at Sedgefield for the B-side syndicate. The black and pink hoops, white stars on those black sleeves and the white cap. Freddie Mitchell for Naunton trainer Max Comley. Number 8 at Bebside Banter. And the last quarter post, number 1 on the card, Iris de Zizard. Rules chasing debut for him, for owners Mr. Stevens and Mrs. Stevens. And the light blue, those blue stars and the darker blue sleeves as well. Callum Pritchard on board, the top weight for Kaylee Woolacott. So runners arriving at the post. Let's have a check on the market. So horse numbers 3 and 5 are now joint favourites. George Darling and Galway Real. 5-2 the pair of them. 4-1 for Grian de Monte. On 11-2 Bebside Banter. 11-1 for Henry Box Brown. 14-1 having been 20s. Iris de Zizard. On 16-1 then Butcher's Bill. 22-1 for Brave the Waves. And Hit the Kettle at 40-1. Arriving at the post for the opener, the Happy Birthday Chris handicap steeplechase. Well, a very good afternoon to you and a warm welcome along to Worcester. By the banks of the Severn, it's a fairly chilly day, deeply overcast. Very autumnal look to the back straight now. Yellow and orange colours aplenty as we look out from the stands. Proper autumnal feeling day. Temperatures just into double figures driving here. Plenty of moisture in the track, up into the 50%, so this is proper, decent, good jumping ground. Of course, it's been watered all throughout the summer for the summer jumping, so it's going to be a lot better ground conditions than we'll see across much of the track, much of the countries, with lots of the track still very much on the firm side. And that's also the case at Force. Bizarrely for Force, very much top of the ground conditions expected for their meeting tomorrow, resulting in some smaller fields than perhaps you'd normally associate with them. First chance meeting of the year there at Force tomorrow. But this is the scheduled penultimate meeting of the summer campaign here at Worcester. I say scheduled because given the way the ground is over various parts of the country, it wouldn't be beyond the realms of possibility that there was another meeting scheduled here, with given the likelihood of unraceable tracks elsewhere. Anyway, let's concentrate on matters at hand. Galway Real on nice hit market racing 2 weeks ago. Grian de Monte's got to be a huge player again here. Clearly goes well over track and distance. Those 2 wins here this summer. So heading out towards post time, still joint favourites. George Darling and Galway Real 5-2 the pair. 5-1 Grian de Monte and Bebside Banter. 10-1 then bar those principal 4. Final chance here for a bet on the opener. Flags are raised, start imminent. And they're off. Runners are sent on their way for today's opener. The Happy Birthday Chris handicap steeplechase. The journey is now 2 miles 7 furlongs plus 87 yards, racing to the first of 16 obstacles. Bebside Banter landed in front at jump number 1 from Grian de Monte. There's Black and Pink Silks in second, 2.5 lengths behind the leader, and the gold and white for Henry Box Brown. And to the inside of him, the first time cheap piece to Brave the Waves in those dark blue and white colours. As they pop over fence number 2, that was the open ditch down the back straight, and now race towards the third. Behind the principals, Iris de Zizard in the 2 shades of blue. Wider from him is Hit the Kettle in white and green. And then Butcher's Bill is towards the back of the field early on. Maroon and white colours just in behind him is Galway Real. And with those two is George Darling on Rules Chasing debut in light blue and white. Racing on towards jump number 4. It's Bebside Banter. He's cleared that one by a tune of about 3 lengths clear to Grian de Monte, who's running along in second. Iris de Zizard racing towards the outside of Henry Box Brown. He's a previous course winner over the shorter 2.5 miles. On his inside is Butcher's Bill. He's having first run for Anthony Day this afternoon. Brave the Waves is on the running rail. And then Iris de Zizard and Callum Pritchard. George Darling is next. And the 2 at the back are Hit the Kettle and Galway Real under Charlie Todd, Maroon and White. So racing towards the top of the home straight for the first time in this opener. It's Bebside Banter. It's a 3-time previous steeplechase winner over at Sedgefield. He shows the round of Freddie Mitchell. Leads by 2 lengths to Grian de Monte and Jamie Brace in second. Henry Box Brown is back in third, Ellis Collier. Then Brave the Waves, followed by Butcher's Bill, Iris de Zizard and George Darling over fence number 5. And then still towards the rear of the field, just getting a bit of a shake along there as Hit the Kettle as they approach jump number 6. Bebside Banter over in front from Grian de Monte. Then Brave the Waves and Henry Box Brown and Butcher's Bill coming to take another plain one. Iris de Zizard was next. And then came Hit the Kettle, George Darling and Galway Real. This will be the final fence in another lap's time, fence number 8. This go around, it's Bebside Banter and Freddie Mitchell who continue to lead. From Grian de Monte in second, Henry Box Brown will come by us in third place in gold and white, and then Butcher's Bill. Brave the Waves to the inside of Hit the Kettle. The back 3, Iris de Zizard, George Darling and Galway Real. So running up by us and about to take the left-handed corner to take them into the far side once again. And they have 8 more fences left to take in this contest. It's Bebside Banter. He's made all the running so far, continues to show in front. From Grian de Monte in second. Henry Box Brown in third. Another length and a half to Butcher's Bill and Brave the Waves. They're in fourth and fifth. From Hit the Kettle and George Darling. Iris de Zizard and the back marker remains Galway Real. So going through their starting points on the way towards fence number 9. And it's Bebside Banter. He still has that lead. From Grian de Monte, who always remains prominent throughout. Pops over that one in second. Then Henry Box Brown, Brave the Waves and Butcher's Bill. Behind Butcher's Bill is Iris de Zizard. And then Hit the Kettle, George Darling and Galway Real. Now to their final open ditch. It's fence number 10. Slow jump there came from Hit the Kettle as Bebside Banter continues to show, racing towards fence 11. Bebside Banter from Grian de Monte, Butcher's Bill to the outside of Henry Box Brown. They're in third and fourth. Then Brave the Waves, moving up to the outside is Galway Real out over that one. Iris de Zizard jumped up well between horses. Hit the Kettle, still being shuffled along, and George Darling is last of all as they go towards fence number 12, the final one on the back straight run. Bebside Banter from Grian de Monte. He lands over in second. Henry Box Brown over in third. Butcher's Bill still goes all right in fourth place. White the Blue Stars and the cheap piece Brave the Waves. Between horses then is Iris des Isard. Galway really is not going overly well at all. Is under firm driving, exiting out of the fast side. George Darling still being held together. Just has one horse behind, and that's Hit the Kettle. He's been under driving for some time. So out of the far side they turn then in the Happy Birthday Chris handicap steeplechase, and it's still Bebside Banter who travels well at the head of affairs. Now been encouraged along in second at Grian de Monte. In third is Henry Box Brown. In fourth is Butcher's Bill. In fifth then is Brave the Waves. To his outside, the under pressure Iris des Isard, and also under still driving is Galway Real, and then Hit the Kettle. They begin to race towards 4 out then. Bebside Banter saw a stride there, took off a long way from it, got over in front, leading a length and a half over Grian de Monte in second. Henry Box Brown is back in third, then Brave the Waves and George Darling as they went over 3 out, and it's still Bebside Banter in this bold bid to make all under Freddie Mitchell from Grian de Monte, who's over that one in second place. They're still well clear with George Darling over in third. Pulling up at the back of the field was Hit the Kettle. Here's the final fence for Bebside Banter. He steadies. Bebside Banter over in front, 2 lengths to Grian de Monte in second, George Darling back in third, then Henry Box Brown. They're racing towards the final half of furlong, and Bebside Banter has made all the running, begins to extend and go further clear. He's going to make all in style here, Bebside Banter. A 4th win steeplechasing for this one for Max Comley, for Freddie Mitchell. It's Bebside Banter, tight there for second, Henry Box Brown and George Darling. Grian de Monte is in 4th, clear then from Butcher's Bill and Iris des Isard.